You can always physically prepare for things, but you cannot mentally prepare or emotionally prepare yourself for something like this. So when Caitlin was born, I did notice when I would feed her a bottle, she would kind of choke on it. As she became a little bit older and started eating solid foods, I noticed that she refused to eat big things. Like, she'd always say it would get caught in her throat and feel like she was choking, and we never really got answers.
It was a normal day in November, but something was definitely off.
She woke up that morning, she really wasn't feeling that great, but she didn't really know what was going on with her.
I had went hunting with my dad that morning, but I was just feeling really sick. We got up in the tree stand, and I thought I was gonna be able to sit through it, but within 15-20 minutes of sitting there, I blacked out.
Her dad had messaged me and said that Caitlin fainted, and at that moment, I just started panicking because they were so far away. He got her back out of the tree stand and took her by boat back to his truck and brought her home. And then the next morning, when she woke up, she started getting dizzy again. And so I said, you know what, let's just go get you checked out.
We needed an answer.
I took her to Lake Wells Hospital. They told me that her heart rate was really low. It was only like anywhere from 47 to 54. We immediately followed up with her pediatrician, and he said, everything that you described sounds cardiac related. So we're gonna get you a referral, and that's how we met Dr. Abadi.
When I first diagnosed Caitlin, it was clear that her family had been searching for answers to her symptoms for a long time.
She told us that Caitlin had a left aortic arch with a right aberrant subclavian artery, which basically means that her artery went behind her esophagus and was causing compression on her esophagus. And the moment that Dr. Abadi came in and said, "Do you have trouble swallowing?" me and Caitlin just looked at each other and like almost in tears, like, finally somebody has the answer. That was the good part, but then when we found out that the only way to correct it was through the open heart surgery, that was hard for me as a mom because, I mean, that's your baby.
Giving a patient what can be devastating news is always hard. It's really important to meet them where they're at in their health journey so you can be able to work in partnership with them to get them to their best overall health.
It was originally supposed to be a 6-hour surgery, and when they did the surgery, it ended up going about 10 hours. After they finally did the surgery, walking into the hospital room, seeing her like that for the first time with the tubes and the wires and everything, my husband and I, that was probably one of the worst moments of our life. Her recovery was really hard. She couldn't use her arms. She couldn't bathe or do anything.
Going back to normal, it was tough, but eventually I was able to start doing the stuff I did before.
Watching Caitlin before, her not being able to do certain things that other kids were doing, now she's able to do those things, and it's amazing as a parent to watch her just soar.
It's such a joy to see Caitlin in follow-up. She is absolutely thriving now, and I look forward to continuing to care for her and watching her flourish.
I owe everything to Dr. Abadi. I wouldn't be here today without her help.
What I would say to Dr. Abadi and Dr. Nelson is thank you. Thank you so much for giving Caitlin a second chance, for giving us a second chance to have Caitlin be who she is today.
The American Heart Association allows us to treat patients like Caitlin through their funding of research that helps us understand, treat, and manage congenital heart disease. They also develop wonderful medical guidelines for providers, which allow them to treat patients in the most up-to-date way, including surgical techniques and management.
Raising awareness about conditions that people wouldn't know. Just in my situation alone, I had no idea that Caitlin's heart defect was even a thing. And so to be able to do something like this and to spread awareness about her situation is absolutely amazing.